Hey everybody, welcome back to Conscientious Omnivore. My name is Pal. Today we are going to try and grow some pomegranates from seed. So got my handy dandy pomegranate from the store. It's a nice dark red color. And we're going to get some of the inside little seeds out, and I'll show you what they look like and what you need to do to hopefully grow these. We'll try it together. Okay, so I've made a bit of a mess, but that's fine. This isn't the way I normally open them, but that's a topic for another video. So we've got it open. We've got a bunch of beautiful, beautiful pomegranate flesh and seeds here on the inside. And if anybody hasn't had pomegranate yet, basically these are the fruit itself. This little fleshy part around the seed, and inside there, which you can kind of see because you can see through it, that is a seed. So what we want to do is actually get a few of the seeds without the flesh. Now you can actually either just chew off the actual flesh of the fruit, or you can use a little paper towel or something to basically just kind of clean them off. I'm going to get a few clean, and I'll show you in a second what they look like. Okay, so I've got some of the seeds. I think there's like 15 of them if I counted right, but anyway, got them cleaned up, and what you want to do is just make sure that you don't have any of the flesh left, because you don't want it to start getting moldy and what have you. Maybe I should even clean these a little bit more, but what I'm going to do is basically just take a handy dandy paper towel. I'm going to dampen this. We got a handy sprayer here, and then I'll put the seeds on top, fold the paper over, give it another shot of water, and then we're going to put this inside of a plastic bag. I'll show it to you next. Alright, so there they are, damp, not like crazy soaking wet, but damp. I'm going to put this whole plate inside of a plastic bag and just set it to the side, and these should hopefully sprout. And just a quick couple words about this. From what I've read, most people do not propagate pomegranates by seed. What they do is actually take cuttings from the mature trees, and unfortunately I don't have access to a mature tree, and I figured I would give this a shot too. But the downside of doing it from seed is that it can take a lot longer to grow. So if my understanding is correct, from a cutting you could theoretically get fruit being produced in a few years, like 3 to 5 years. From seed it can take a lot longer, and I guess I'm not that concerned. I mean, this is just kind of an experiment, and we're probably borderline where this could survive outside without a greenhouse. So I figure just try and get some of these planted. I'll probably keep some in a pot until they get bigger, and then I'll probably try planting them outside too. Once the garden is a bit more established and I have, a lot more like, good soil down, or mulch, or leaves. And then, this might be like a couple years project to try and get this in a nice sunny spot in the yard, maybe next to figs. And then I'll have my little feeling of Croatia in my own backyard, but we'll see. So, I'm going to put this in a bag, and I'll check back in once they've hopefully sprouted. Alright, it's been a little over a week now, and these seeds are a little bit slow to germinate, but they finally have, and let me show them to you. Sorry, it's being a little difficult here. There we go. You can see, 2 of them basically so far have opened up. These guys right here. And this one's doing quite well. So I'm going to plant those 2. I'm going to leave the other ones just in case maybe some more of them do germinate as well and sprout out. But so far I'm happy that I got 2 at least. And I'm glad I did this many because as you can see, it so far isn't quite as high success rate as some of the other things I've sprouted. So I'm going to plant these 2 guys, and then I'll show you the next progress. Alright, so today I am going to be planting these seeds that have sprouted, and then we are going to leave the other ones. My daughter's helping me. So it looks like we got 3 of them sprouted, which is great. Hopefully some more of them will be sprouted too. That's another one now. I'm going to put them in here, and then just cover them lightly with soil and give them a squirt of water. Hey guys, so this is 16 days later, man, from when I first took out the seeds. And we've got a small little pomegranate tree grown. So I'm really psyched. It definitely seems to be working. I hope to get a lot more of these going. and you can see from the size of my finger, it's still really tiny, but it's definitely growing. And yeah, I've got a bunch of these going in the ground now, and I'm gonna have some experiments where in the springtime I might try planting some of these in the garden actually, and I'm hoping that I can really get them to survive the winters here, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you're gonna give it a shot yourself. If you do, let me know. I'm really curious to see if you guys get any, and you know, what the progress is. As I said earlier, you know, I think this is going to be a long experiment to see if they will produce fruit and, you know, all that kind of good stuff. But just like for some of the other trees that people plant from seed, there is some benefit because you can still graft on these later, you know, if that's the case, and get fruit that way. But you know, in either case, it's a good experiment to try and get people excited. My kids are really excited to see these growing. And I think that's a really good point that if you're trying to teach, you know, young people, it's one of the easiest ways you can show them where their food comes from, and you know, really just get them excited about gardening and wanting to try this stuff out. So yeah, give it a shot. Let me know what you think, and hope to see you in another video. Thanks a lot for everybody who's subscribed and sharing, and really appreciate all your comments too. So thanks. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.